I remember our first conversation we had, and it was, I think, on a Facebook comment I made, and it went on for so long, and eventually my stepbrother just gave me her number and said, hey, you should probably just text her instead. And I think that was our first one, and you can go back and look at all the things we said, and it was just goofy, very goofy.
I saw him for the first time when we were in 7th grade. He came to take a test in the history teacher's class that I was in, and I looked at him and I was like, I don't know who this guy is, but I know he's gonna mean something to me. And the first time we actually spoke to each other was in our 8th grade computer class, and we sat next to each other, and we ended up having to get removed from each other because we wouldn't stop messing around on the computer and typing notes to each other. And it was a very awkward first year of knowing each other, because we both didn't have a really good time at talking with each other because we were always so nervous.
I think I knew for sure the definite moment when I wanted to marry her was probably whenever she started feeling really bad at my mom's place and she started throwing up, because normally I guess you don't see that side of people, the sick side, and we were still making jokes and stuff even though she was throwing up really bad. Seeing her at that low point is still a pretty good high point. I think that was for sure when I knew when. I've always struggled with truly understanding what a wife is. I know what a friend, an acquaintance, or a coworker is. You know, it's someone who you can have a conversation with, yeah. Next, you have your best friends and your day ones. These are the people that you share your deepest fears with, your secrets. These are the people who would jump in front of a gun for you. Someone who genuinely cares for you and your well-being. So I sat and thought real long as to where a wife is on that list. And I just realized that it's something way more. I can spend forever talking to you. You know all my fears and all my secrets. From our bookstore dates, just spending every moment we could together, to our wedding standing here today. You're my best friend, you're my day one, and above all else, you're my wife. I love you with my whole heart, Eileen, and I can't wait to spend the rest of my days with you.
Down under the stars at night. Come look with me from where I stand. You can see most everything. And I've been waiting for the moment to arrive. I was waiting for the moment to arrive. I was waiting for the moment to arrive.
Landon, I have always been the person to say that there is no such thing as love at first sight. And while that is not exactly what happened between us, it sure was close. When I first saw you in that 7th grade history class, all I knew was that you were going to mean a whole lot to me. And if I had known then what I know now, I wouldn't have wasted 1 second. When I look back at my life when you were not present, it's all gray and fuzzy. But from the moment you stepped into my life, you have given me so much love and happiness and color. You have helped me realize my purposes in life, and one of them is to love you. And I do not love you for the sake of loving you, but because you've given me peace and tranquility on days that I have given up on myself. And I will never be able to thank you so much for that. I could have never asked for a better husband and soulmate. You'll be the best father and the best partner. And one of the most beautiful things I have ever heard has been this. The odds of existing are slim. So the odds of you and I existing at the same time must be next to impossible. Just this lifetime, will never be enough for me, so let's just settle on forever. I love you, Landon, and I promise that I will never stop loving you.